Jump, breathe, give me room to breathe. Got my Project Y shirt on today, just it's a little small from a couple years ago, but hey, that's all right. It was in my bag. So I got my laundry 2 shirts and another Project Y shirt. And now I just went into my bag of no help from anybody in the city of London, Ontario, with a hate crime on my life. And out of my bag of tricks, I picked up January 8th at 4:30 a.m. Voice to Skull. I'm going to follow you wherever you go. Is that creepy to anybody else, or is that a normal thing now that we're gonna normalize abuse on somebody on Voice to Skull saying, "I'm going to follow you wherever you go"? So remember, if you went down to the London cop shop in London, Ontario, or anywhere, they would say, well, I said, what if somebody's a cocaine dealer? Well, call Crime Stoppers and you can report them that way. And then when I call, I can't do anything. And remember, the person from 8 years ago that's been doing this to me, that's a part of it all, by abuse by proxy, blah, 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 minions, enablers, flying monkeys, etc., etc., etc. Remember, he used to stalk my cool, awesome ex too, right? So, because he was jealous, right? And he would threaten me and say, I'm going to tell him you do coke while we were broken up. But again, that's the kind of threats people do. And now I've made a YouTube channel expressing that I used to do coke 8 years ago. Do you get it? Just like with my wig, I tell people it's a wig. So again, when you're not wearing a mask, you could say, someone says, oh, hey, your hair looks great. You could say, yeah, cool, thank you, it's a wig. That's the difference between an empath and a narcissist, or an empath and a sociopath, narcissist, predator. Again, my back is getting sore, so I'm going to stand like this for this video, and I'm going to go into my other bag of tricks here and keep talking. So again, this guy I had a peace bond with 8 years ago. What happened now? So let's go into my bag of tricks. Let's just start doing it again live. Let's take it out. Remember, when I call anywhere, I can't do anything. It's not the same. A targeted individual is not the same. It's not the same at all. Also, my Spotify account, my Any account, I believe that he actually removed somebody that I had sharing a playlist with. And it just brought out that piece of paper because it said Spotify on it, but it was nothing more to read except for something about my Spotify, which would have taken off the greatest person of all time out of my Spotify so I couldn't see. This is how deep jealousy runs. My first call to the cops, February 25th, reported, ironically, it follows up naturally. This is when you know you could be a psychic medium too if you're attuned, not in your addictions, and you know what's coming through right with spirit. It's just like a tarot card reader, but I'm doing my own case. My first call to the cops, February 25th, reported death threat on Voice to Skull. Smirky man and woman. Cop used Darvo on me. No notes taken, smirks given at 7:40 Proudfoot in regards to death threats and a cloned phone. So that was the night I laid on my bed. I put in a new password because the guy was talking to me. It reminded me of I'm so hungry I could eat at Arby's from years ago, the predator that I actually walked away from. Finally, the one day I could. But other than that last day when I walked away from him, it took years because he wouldn't let me go. Did you get it? It's still going on. Smirky 1 and Smirky 2 laughed about it. About a death threat saying, we've been watching you since you were a kid and we're not going to stop until you're dead. How would I pick out of a bag with this many fucking papers, man? Out of that many. That it's going to line up that good to, I'm going to follow you wherever you go? So let me ask the city of London, Ontario, Canada, why is this numbskull not in jail? Because you know he's not just stalking me, and you know very much the predator that he sent to the fucking hotel the other night, knowing full well that I'm here. Again, because I'm going to follow you wherever you go. Because this guy would have such a deep hard-on for me that I actually got away from him. Keep in mind, he's actually done it to other people before and has DNA in the bank because he did it to another really, really beautiful blonde girl in the city of London, Ontario, Canada as well. And I'm not sure how, but he did have charges. So I hope she was brave enough to call, but probably a neighbor did or somebody because she probably was too afraid. That's when we're all teaming up now. So it doesn't matter. Again, with women, Jezebel Women in general should be standing up to people like this. So to get the misogynist, do you get it? Because no one has any right to be treating a woman like that. And again, the woman stalker on the other hand, because remember, I'm not a feminist. The woman on the other hand, if you do that to somebody and say these things to a man, you're just as equally disgusting. But it shouldn't be women hating other women. It should be like, let's make sure these people are off the street, and the men for the women as well. That's how unity comes into play. First paper I picked. Holy shit. So my phone is cloned out. So my Uber guy the other night, he wrote down his phone number for me because he was stuck in the driveway for hours. I ended up tipping him $5. But now I don't know if he actually got the $5 because he didn't text me in the morning, nothing about it. And now I realize the number in my phone is a cloned out phone number. But I did just find his number right now. I won't put his name or his number on the thing, but it's a real number. Maybe it's not. I'll have to think about it. I won't say the number. It's something different in London. 780863. So I'll have to check that out. But that's reminding me that of something else. So I'm a little unsure about that right now. I'll have to figure out what I'm trying to say about that one. Next. I have been watching you. We won't stop until you're dead. No info. June 24th. It still is. Co-op. Death threats. Gang stalked. Mail fraud. Tortured, energy weapons, Facebook gone, isolated. And then there's a number on the back. So see how it's all lining up? This must mean because it was a male Uber guy, he was mad too. Do you get it? I almost got in touch with the man that I love. 649, I am a lottery jackpot winner. I almost got in touch with the man that I loved the other night, and I don't even know anything about him because I've been trying to text him for 3 years. Not sure if he's married with kids, not sure anything at all, but I do know that I have love for him still, and I should be able to text him and talk to him. But I know in my heart that we belong together, but I'm not a stalker. Do you get it? Storage locker. Everything that went down there, my everything. I don't know if I'm supposed to read this one. Oh yeah. All my stuff that I donate to, everything else. I'm not sure why that one came out. Everything to do with my money that I fought for, they've broken it down to a science to see me struggling and scrambling, basically is what that is. Still no apartment since October 17th. Can't get into my Capital One card. Haven't been able to get in once to it. So again, this guy's dominating over top of my credit card. My credit card's everything. My everything. He owns me. We own you, Lynn. I am a narc survivor because I want to elevate higher. Can't get into my Freedom Mobile. Oh yeah, so I got off. My back's getting really sore now. Can't get into my Freedom Mobile app. Remember when I went over to the White Oaks Mall and stuff? The guys looked terrorized that they couldn't help me with anything. Mad, angry, drugs taking over the world. And again, what else? I'm going to run out here now. Oh, one strike allowed. That's what it was, too. So when I changed my password, when I called the cops last February on my phone, I couldn't get in. Well, the guy manipulates the passwords. So again, on my SIM card from Freedom Mobile as well, it says you can lock your SIM card. I've never been able to. It says only 2 attempts left. That's what it does if I put a password. So I've had to go freely on my phones with no passwords for years. But remember, this is the guy that was in my phone the first night I met him. Best friend. He's a great guy. Add him to Facebook. Somebody saying he's a great guy, add him to Facebook when he was married. He said, look at the whore I picked up, and talks to women like that. There's the whore I picked up. I'll put you in a wood chipper and nobody will know, Lynn. I feed you fast food. So no guy will ever like you again. Well, look at the body I have now. So that shows you getting away from a cokehead predator who would feed you fast food so nobody would ever like you again and still be literally burning your hair. But again, when you were hanging out with the guy in your addictions 8 years ago, you had purple hair to here, like my wig, and he'd say, "Oh, look at Lynn on her hair." So very much a guy made a YouTube channel, a narcissist man, and said that when he's in front of his friends, that's what they do on purpose to make the person feel weak. They like the person to feel weak. So again, very much the predators that would keep somebody in a dungeon. What I don't understand is in the city of London, Ontario, why can't I get any help with getting just one guy? Just one guy in a jail cell. That's it. Regardless of what's going on with the karmic family and karmic friends, why couldn't everybody band together just to get one piece of shit off the streets? And that part I'll never forgive London, Ontario for. So I hope wherever you are on the planet, you get to be a sovereign being and lock your phone today. Have the fair treatment of putting passcodes in. When I called the cops last February, that's what happened. I changed my password, and then they made me fall asleep with the drone, and I fell asleep, and I woke up and I couldn't remember my password. But remember, when I hung out with this guy 8 years ago, before I went over, I changed my password every time. But somehow he always knew, and he knew how to break into my voicemail too. So again, this is going on 8 years later. So I think it's actually reminding me that maybe I should actually really call today and make sure something's done. But do I? Is it ever going to stop? I'll have to ponder that out for the city of London, Ontario, Canada. And if you're struggling to know who I'm talking about, you'll just have to go check out with the Justice of Peace guy and ask him why I couldn't get a peace bond against somebody who reminds me of Jeffrey Dahmer or Paul Bernardo. And then maybe the fucking city of London can get their fucking head out of their ass today, right? Happy Sunday fun day. I'm sober, you're not. Namaste.